There's 1.5 million people doing exactly what you're doing. Bubble burst. Boop. I know. There's 1.5 million other business coaches out there teaching pretty much the exact same thing. What makes you special? Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Lauren Kidd. I am a business strategist for the busy mompreneur. I teach moms how to start, run, and scale their online businesses so they can be present in their kids' lives. If you're the first time being here, thanks so much for being here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. New content comes out every Monday at 9. Go ahead and hit that bell to get the notifications when the new content drops. New content comes out every Monday at 9. If you're a returning subscriber, thanks so much. We love having you here. Don't forget to drop a hey below so we can say hey back. Today, we are going to talk about 4 ways to become an expert in your field. First and foremost, why should you even be an expert in your field? So that people listen and they pay attention and they buy from you. You've got to stand out. There's 1.5 million people doing exactly what you're doing. Bubble burst. Boop. I know. There's 1.5 million other business coaches out there teaching pretty much the exact same thing. What makes you special? How are you going to stand out? Be the expert in your field. I have now been in business 6-ish years this year. June will be my 6-year mark. But I have been in the helping and coaching field for almost 20 years now. I know. That tells you kind of how old I am. But I've been doing this for a very long time and successfully. So I am an expert in helping moms specifically balance, if you will, find their harmony, as my client says, in everything that they're doing so that they can be both present and be a financial success in their business, right? I am here to help you do the exact same thing in your field. So how do you become an expert in your field? Number 1, pick your niche. I know you hate this topic. You hate it with a passion, and you're really considering going ahead and closing out your YouTube channel right now because you hate it when somebody says, you gotta pick a niche. Here's the thing. If you don't pick a niche, you are physically going to be standing, talking to nobody. Okay? If you're like, I'm a health and fitness expert and I help you lose weight. Cool. Okay, so does Beachbody, so does It Works, so does, Peloton, so does half a dozen other people on this planet, right? What makes you special? Why should I work with you? If I can go with a huge company like Beachbody and not work with you, right? What makes you special? Why am I going to choose you specifically? So I love to explain this in the sense that pick a niche that is entirely natural to you. Right? So for me, working with moms is completely natural. I am a mom. I am a stay-at-home mom. I homeschool my kid full time. He's always here. I'm always here with my kid. If I go someplace, he goes someplace. And I still have to run my business, right? I still have a team of people under me who help do all of the magic that happens here at Home Entrepreneur. And so I understand it, I get it, and I'm here to speak from experience and tell you how to do it so that you can do it too, right? So let's say you're a health and fitness person, right? So instead of being like, hey, I help you lose weight, right? It's 2022. Let's lose those pounds that you gained in quarantine or, over the holidays or whatever, right? Why am I going to work with you? What specifically is going to make you stand out to me? If you're like, hey, I help you lose weight while dealing with autoimmune disorders, I'm gonna be like, I'm listening. Tell me more. Hey, I'm gonna not only help you with your autoimmune disorders and give you workouts that are going to actually be effective for your specific body, but I'm gonna give you meals that aren't like AIP specific and over the top with a million different things that you have to go buy and do and use that you're probably never gonna eat again, right? I'm like, oh my God, I'm listening. Can I just give you my money? Be very specific in what it is that you're doing and how you're helping. How is it that your ideal client is going to start paying attention to you? So get specific. Get very specific in your niche. Who specifically is it that you are going to be attracting and talking to? How specifically are you going to help that specific person? I just told you, if you're a health and fitness person and you deal with autoimmune disorders, you're going to give me workouts. They're going to be super easy and simple that are actually going to be effective for my body. I deal with inflammation, like massive inflammation. It's terrible. Like think elephant trunk lady. Not quite that bad, but you get the point. It's awful. And the slightest little scent of wheat is gonna make my body go pfft. It's horrible. I'm not going to end up in the hospital, but I'm going to be down for the count for days. If you're going to teach me how to make meals that are simple, that I don't already make, like if you're going to get a little creative instead of like the chicken and the beef and the whatever that I normally make, because I am a one-trick pony, I'm listening. But I don't want anything that's complicated. I don't want a recipe with 40 ingredients that I don't have in my cabinet that I have to go buy. It's the biggest thing with being gluten-free is that you have to have 1.5 million different things in order to make one thing work. Right? So make it simple. What specifically is your niche that's going to help you stand out? Number 2, educate your audience. Help them. Help them make a difference. Tell them something they don't already know. Give them something that is going to benefit their life so that they stick around and they pay attention because they're like, oh my goodness, that was exactly what I needed to hear. I'm going to come back and pay attention, right? Educate them in a way that they've never been educated before, which is why you really want to narrow down your niche so that they do start listening. Because again, if you're standing on a podium saying, I'm an accountant and I'm going to get your books in order. Cool. Who do you help? Who specifically are you really good at doing books for? If I'm going to use one of my clients, if I'm a real estate agent and I'm looking for somebody to do my books this year, I want somebody who's going to know exactly what I can write off, right? Because let's be real estate agents pay a lot of money for a lot of different things. They're going to want to make sure that you know how to write off all those things so that they can get the max amount of money to be kept in their banks, right? Educate your audience so that they pay attention. Number 3, create content that stands out. This kind of goes hand in hand with number 2, but educating them. When you're educating them, you don't simply want to be like Charlie Brown's teacher. No one's going to listen. Be interesting. Make whatever it is interesting. Doesn't matter if it's numbers, make it sexy. I have a client who I just adore, and she is an accounting wizard, right? She is an accounting wizard. And she has been with this one company. She's helped do their books for a long, long time. And this year she is becoming a partner in that business because she does do so much for that business. And it's phenomenal. But they call her the money mama. She says yes or no, and they just have to deal with it, right? She tells them things that are straightforward, but are very effective for their business. She can take a look at your books and be like, no, no, absolutely not, right? What she shares, she makes you really want to pay attention, and she makes you really want to think about doing your books in a more creative way so that you can keep the most amount of money while still being very much in the line with all the legal whatever, right? But she also makes it fun. She doesn't make it just numbers. Make your content stand out. Why should people listen to you? Are they going to show up in here? Or are they going to want to be like, what is she going to talk about next? How is she going to help me next? Right? One of the things that I do that I don't see a whole lot of other coaches doing is that I break down every concept into steps. Like today, 4 ways to become an expert in your field. I like practical steps. I know that most of the moms that I work with, they're like, okay, what's my next step? Because that's just how mom brains are. So I break everything down into steps. I give you actionable steps to make things happen, right? Because I know that that's what you want. I know that's what's going to make your life so much more simple so that you're not listening to like a 40-minute message on, right? You're like, just give me what I need to know and send me on my merry way, right? It's exactly what I do in the Fill Your Calendar with clients. That's exactly what I do. I teach you how exactly to map out your entire year. Yes, there's still plenty of time in 2022 to map out the rest of your year and to successfully Freudian slip. Successfully fill your calendar with clients. I'm going to give you the tools to make it simple so that you can know exactly what you're selling, when you're selling, how you're selling it, how much you're going to be making within each quarter of your year. Yes, you can know exactly how much you're going to be making in each quarter of your business. I am set to double my income from last year, which is super exciting. And I already know what I'm selling, when I'm selling it, how I'm selling it. Fill your calendar with clients. Seriously, I want you to have all the tools that you need to make this year the most successful. In order for you to stand out, you've got to know what it is that you're sharing and how you're sharing it and how it's going to then return in the form of money, right? So grab that, fill your calendar with clients right now. I'll pause. Go on. Get it, get it, get it. And tip number 4, be authentic and be very credible. You don't want to just be out there being like, blah, 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 just regurgitating what somebody else said. Absolutely not. You want to be out there and being you and being helpful. Like I said, I say this all the time. I see a lot of other coaches and strategists and all this other stuff out there doing their own thing. But the thing that I find most obnoxious, I'll say, not hating, but most obnoxious, is that a lot of the coaches that I myself have worked with aren't moms, and they don't get the every which way pull of mom life, right? We are always in 1.5 million different directions. So we need bite size, we need actions, we need things that we can do right now in order to make this happen. I have 20 minutes of quiet time. What is going to be the most impactful in my business? This is what I'm here, right? I am going to show exactly what I do so that you can do the exact same thing and make that amount of money too, right? I'm going to give you all the tools. There's no screen, there's no charade, there's no nothing. I'm not keeping any secrets. I just want you to succeed. So show up, be authentic, be credible. If I tell you to go do something, it's because I've already done it and I've already made a significant amount of money doing it. And I want you to be able to do the same, right? Which is why I put together that fill your calendar with clients training. It's for you. It's going to give you all the tools that you need to make this year the most successful year you've ever had. So 4 ways to become an expert in your field. Number 1, pick your niche, really narrow it down. Number 2, educate your audience. Make sure they're getting something for paying attention, whether it's reading it or listening to it, whatever platform you want, make sure that you're educating. Number 3, create content that actually stands out. Right? If you're weird, be weird. If you're like, I'm going to be very formal and I'm going to be very pretty. Be very formal and very pretty, but stand out in your own right. And number 4, be authentic and be credible. That's what I've got for you today. I hope to see you right back here next Monday. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell. New content comes out every Monday at 9, and I'll see you right back here next Monday.